because we need to. We're in bigger trouble than we thought.
So I'll find the priestess again.
Oh, hello again. Was the room not satisfactory?
Oh, it is. I just wanted to ask you some questions because I really appreciate your knowledge, and
Oh, well, thank you.
I give her a platinum piece. This is a donation for your time, for all the information you're giving me.
Oh, well, would you like to make this a donation to the temple, or is this for me personally?
It's for you personally.
All right. Is there something that you're after?
Is there a way to block scrying?
Yes.
If it was on your person?
Yeah. Yes. There are ways to overcome scrying. The most common are the spells, which are meant to eliminate the ability to be observed.
But those are temporary.
Yes, they need to be cast regularly. There are items that can be made that are magical in nature, which can be worn on your person and also used to prevent being observed. But
are those expensive?
Oh, they always are. Any sort of magical item always is.
Oh. Okay. Well, what is the spells? Can you buy those spells? Could they be prepared so that you could use them in times of need, or?
Well, the spells are, of course, known to the gods, but in order to regularly cast those, a cleric would need to be of sufficient experience and knowledge to be able to cast those.
Or are you able to cast those?
I could, but since you are in the room that is lead lined, you are currently protected. At least the rest of your party is. Do you feel like somebody might be spying on you at the moment?
I look around and see if I want to see if I can detect any eyes or anything that's there looking for us.
Roll perception.
$17.
You don't notice anything that matches that description.
Okay. No, I don't know I just have a concern because we're professionals and sometimes people want to locate us and we might not want to be located.
Well, that's definitely understandable, and we have many professionals that feel the same way you do. Hence the reason that we have the privacy room. But I'm afraid that I don't. Unless you have someone with you that could regularly cast the spell, I don't know that I could help you further.
Does it take a cleric of high experience?
Moderate experience.
Well, that's. I thank you for your time.
Oh, well, if I can answer any other questions, just please let me know.
That information's been very helpful.
Oh, I'm glad I could have been of service.
Then I go back into the room. Yeah, we're kind of gonna get death by Punga.
Oh, great.
She's basically what she told me is, you have to be a well-versed cleric to cast a spell.
I kind of
It is a clerical spell that can protect us, but other than that, there are items, but she said they were very expensive.
I imagine.
Like most magic items are. So I don't know anything that's going to really help us out.
Metagaming, I found the spell that we need. I say, yeah. I'm thinking Like I think I know what she's talking about, but I can't cast anything remotely that powerful yet. I never did pay attention very well in my studies, but I'm definitely not anywhere near being able to do that. So
basically, you're
either
telling us that we got the cleric that was the slacker in the class.
hey, you saw me pick those locks. I've got talents in other areas. Thank you very much. At least I can heal you a little bit once in a while.
Well, I
kinda crippled
appreciate that. I
myself.
do.
I was like, and I can make myself look like someone completely different. You saw that too, right? Anyway, so I was like, I focused on other parts of I focused my talents elsewhere. And I kind of sighed, and I was like, clearly that was a mistake. But I was like, maybe it's like, yeah, we probably just need to look for a magical item at this point, if possible. I don't know that we'll be able to even afford anything like that, though. All right,
So-
well, we're gonna sit here and mope unless someone wants to talk
Yeah, we're waiting.
and wait for
Your contact.
our contact while I sit here.
That
and
dude that's
ponder.
making me stay in town.
Yeah, and rather than running off and hiding. Wonderful
Alright.
thing is, fellas, if they scry me, they're gonna see both of you, and all of a sudden the whole gig is up. I kind of smile.
Oh, thanks.
Oh well. It's not like I'm gonna ditch my sister.
It's
so
a
there's no
good
point in
thing you
ditching
said
either way.
family because we do look similar.
Alrighty, that's all I had to rant about.
Yeah, thanks for throwing that out for us there. Oh, if they get me, they get you too.
You're welcome. Let's see.
Well, time passes and nobody really has much to say during the course of waiting all day in this room.
I sleep.
But-
I go to
I'll play
sleep.
my lute, or not my lute, my flute, a little bit.
Yeah, and I'll sack out because you never know when you won't be able to get some more sleep.
Fair enough. But you wait there all day, basically bored out of your minds. But
I'm playing my flute.
it gets to be about evening, and around sundown, somebody walks into the room and says, "Ah, I see that you're already here. Well, excellent. Thank you for coming and meeting me."
And you are,
Perception
sir?
check on the guy that walked in. It's a 2. Never mind. That was a 10. 10 total.
My perception check on him is 21.
And mine's 20.
All right. He's moderately well dressed. He is armed. He does have looks like a short sword and maybe a dagger on him. But he at this point he looks like he's not being offensive in any way or aggressive. So, but allow me to introduce myself. My name is Matteo Avron, and I work for people in this city that have need of your particular skills and disposition.
Go
Mateo.
on.
Matteo.
In
Wow.
regards to what is it they would like our skills for?
Well, I'll cut to the chase. I know that you are not from around here, and suffice to say that we actually recognize what you might be going and trying to avoid. A little incident up in Brevoy, perhaps?
Never been there.
Indeed, of course.
I
She
look,
deadpans it. Boom. Never been there. Not even flinching.
I wish you
She doesn't
guys
even need
could
a
see
plot.
me.
We can barely hear you at this point. Your internet is really not doing so hot.
Oh,
I know it.
Of
The
course,
wind.
of course. I don't mean to imply anything except that word gets around in the right circles and people that want to know these types of things. But seeing as your assumed disposition is not the most friendly to New Stetvin, we could use a little bit of help. If you are interested, of course, we wouldn't force anything upon you.
I'm listening.
Well, are you very familiar with the politics of Miven, or the River
Like
Kingdoms in
me?
general?
Let me check. Which knowledge would that be? Local?
Yes.
13?
You're familiar with the general upheaval in the River Kingdoms, and that it's not a stable area, but you don't
Just-
know specifically what he might be alluding to.
Not specifically.
Well, you see, our neighboring city-state, Pitax, has never been the most friendly towards us. And they are kind of saber-rattling again. And considering what the king in New Stetvin has done with placing a bunch of, I guess you peasants, or just rather settling the area that's not exactly within Brevoy. Specifically, I'm talking about the lands called the Swollen Lands, if you're familiar with them. You may have crossed them on your journeys. It's the
swamp.
Yes, it is a swampy general area, and there are some hills that are to the north of Miven, south of the Brevoy border. And see, the issue is that Pitax has been focusing their attention towards us, which we really don't care for. And King Sertova of Brevoy, he's kind of placed a barrier with the people settling in the Swollen Lands that Pitax would have to go up through them to get in order if they wanted to cause any damage or try to take some land. And we really don't care for the way this has been set up, and we're concerned that Pitax is going to be looking towards us, which our evidence points that they are. So, given your abilities, I would like to propose that you work for us to acquire information on Pitax. Doing so, we can, in return, we can ensure that potential bounty hunters may be not as much of an issue in Miven.
And I
Of
kind
course.
of glance around.
Of course,
What?
if you're in a completely legitimate situation, as you say, you wouldn't have any need of this. But the offer is on the table.
Would there be any other compensation?
Such as
Such as payment for services?
the payment can be arranged.
Well, could we have a moment to confer?
Of course. I'll just step out of the room momentarily. Please notify me when you've made a decision or if you need more time.
Okay,
And he steps out of the room.
What do you think?
I think we should do it.
I like our chances with having some allies.
I think getting someplace where we could not be hassled would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it sounds like something right up our alley with the job he's proposing. Doing a little political espionage seems to be our forte. However, I want to try to get a little bit from this fellow by way of keeping the temple off my back. If he has magical way to do that, or an item that he could even loan me during this job that I could earn as my reward later, or something like that.
Well, I'm
I
certainly.
would be interested in that because that would keep our group a lot safer. Otherwise, having the Temple of Abadar poke its nose into our business once a day, or twice a day, or multiple times a day is going to be rather detrimental to this job. I don't know if he realizes that or not.
Well, I think
He's as well connected as he could. I guess that'll be my thing as a yes, we'll do this if you can help us with this rather difficult situation. Plus services rendered after we accomplish something worthwhile for you. This will be our recruitment. This will be our recruitment cost. How does that sound?
Well, yeah, I think that we can certainly broach that to him, but we pulled off this magnificent job, and now they might think we're a little better than we are.
Yeah.
They might put us in.
Know that.
I know. I'm just saying, they might put us into something that we're way, way over our heads.
I don't know. He said just.
I'm completely fine with a high reputation, but I definitely don't want to go walking around trying to pull jobs that we're not ready for.
No, I think we'll be all right.
Well, I'm game. I'm up for it, and you can ask them whatever you want to, because the worst thing that can happen is they'd say no.
True. All right. Well,
as long as we don't give too. As long as we don't give too much away.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
go ahead and tell. Go ahead and tell him to come back in then.
I'm gonna walk out. Be like, hey, you can head back in.
And he comes back into the room.
I go and take my seat.
Have you reached a consensus or a decision?
We have discussed your proposal. We are interested. However, we have a bit of an issue that perhaps you could help us with. Perhaps as part of a recruitment fee, you could say. A showing of goodwill from your end to show us that you're serious about having us in your employ.
Such
as? How does that fancy you? Well, let's just say that the rumors you've heard may not be too far off. And as such, perhaps there are very powerful people looking for us. You offer protection from certain bounty hunters, however, we could also use protection from certain magic means, similar to what this room provides. And that would also ensure that we could do the job without interference for you.
Oh. So I'm going to venture a guess and say something such as an amulet of proof against detection and location.
Beautiful. I would love that. That would be my dream.
Well, that is quite the dream because, well, those are quite valuable.
I can imagine.
And I mean quite valuable.
Just think about it this way. If you want the information, we can't have certain people poking their noses while we're in the middle of investigation.
Jeepers, guys. Yeah, it's 3,500 gold. Or 35,000 gold. Anyway, just off the record there.
Metagaming.
Out of character. Metagaming list. Sorry, anyway. This should be the negotiation of a lifetime.
Yeah. So the real question is, how much is this information worth to you?
Well, first of all, you guys roll your whoever's taking the lead on this, roll your diplomacy.
As high diplomacy.
Who is taking the lead on this?
I think Ryle has been.
Yeah, he's begging for the item, so I think Uriel is.
Morwen jumped in to help me, and she's got
I
better
did.
charisma, so we should have an assistance role here,
I think it
combining
should be a
her,
both.
her awesome charisma.
All right, both of you roll your diplomacy and let me know what you got.
A 16. I have no
I got an
bonuses on
8.
diplomacy.
This is terrible, guys.
He's going to laugh about this, is what I'm saying.
Oh, we presented it well. There's bonuses for good role playing, right? Lawyering.
It's definitely quite the request.
And
it's
perhaps.
And a request such as that, I'm not the one that can even make that decision, I'm afraid. But I will voice your request to my superiors, and we can see what we can find out, at least.
But we are willing to work for you if you can give us a base of safe operation where we can relax and be free of being hassled. So if the other people find out about us and send bounty hunters after us, they won't be successful.
Very well, you do make a very plausible argument and a quite good one. I will make arrangements where you can use this room until I've had opportunities to contact my superiors and find out what their decision is.
And we will entertain counter offers.
Such as?
Well, just if your superiors come up with another offer in place of what we've given you, we'll entertain that offer, and we're not adverse to working for you. Just depends on what they would like to, what it's worth to them, and what they want to, if they have a counter offer for us.
Surely I will chime in and say, surely your superiors are aware of what perhaps went missing in New Stephen. That also is worth a great deal in and of itself.
Oh,
I just kind of shrug.
I have heard, and I'll have to look into that myself. But I will talk to my superiors and let you know what they've thought of and decided. But I thank you for your time, and I will make arrangements where you can use this room, and you will be protected from the challenges that you have been encountering.
Thank you.
You people have a good evening. And then he walks out.
Good. I didn't want to close. I turned to them and said, I didn't want to close the door completely if they can't come up with an amulet protection for us.
Yeah.
No, I concur. But no, I mean, it's worth asking if they want if they want our talents to be unhindered. That's going to be the best option for us going forward. Otherwise, I'm going to have to be hiding in some stinking room like this. I kind of roll my eyes and grumble for a while.
That brings up another question. Won't they get really suspicious when you don't answer them?
It's too late for that. They're already suspicious. They're beyond suspicious at this point. They've contacted me twice, and they were already looking for me in the city, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, they're just trying to pretend like they don't know. They know. They're onto us. They're onto me, at least.
And they also know that he's disappeared off the radar. Because they can't
if they've tried looking for me, if they've tried another spell while I've been sitting in this room, they already know. So it's all good.
True.
So at this point, we just have to assume that they know it's me, and we just have to use every magical means possible to counter what they have available to them, which is very difficult at times.
Okay. Well, we've kind of come to a little bit of a standstill, and a couple of things. First of all, our internet quality is really low right now. We can't even get Morwen's video.
I'm sorry.
Ryul's audio is also dropping out, but
I'm sorry. Added audio.
yeah, the quality is just dropping, and so I think that this is a good stopping point where we've got an idea of what's going to be happening in the future, and it will be the waiting period of waiting for finding out the information.
I probably still need to do some more shopping.
All right, we can handle that kind of stuff if you guys want to do that right now.
Well, I need to go ahead and buy some rations.
Okay.
So I'll buy 20 rations.
All right. Does anybody else need to do anything just general shopping wise? Go ahead and just mark it down.
And a silk rope.
Okay. So we won't bother with role playing the shopping stuff at the moment. But as far as XP, you guys get a total of 1,000. So, great. It's 1,000 divided by 3. So that
round up. 334.
We'll say 340 each. As far as the fight and everything. For role playing, you guys have been handling that pretty well. Everybody can take another 200 each for the role playing.
So 540?
Yes. Does that get anybody close to a level up?
I'm
real
about
close.
1,910 off.
I'm very close.
What's that, Brayden?
I think some of my experience can get saved or something.
What's everybody's XP at?
Mine was at 2650.
Or Lyson, you go first.
2650.
And Morwen?
3,990.
Ryul, what's yours at?
3,655, but it's 5,000 for another level.
Yeah, so
we're level 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, not really close.
All right. Well, in the future, well, we've got the direction of where we're going, and I'll be setting up some more challenges and stuff for you guys to actually start getting some levels and stuff. Because we've been doing mostly the role playing stuff, and
yeah, today was a lot of talking, but that was still fun.
Yeah.
Mhm. Really wish you guys could have seen my video.
Oh, I wish
I
we
look
could
adorable in this hat.
But next week then, is that everybody's good for next week?
Sure.
Yep.
All right, so that
Thursday.
will be Thursday at 8:30 Pacific time, and we will be streaming then, and you'll find out the resolution to this mysterious offer that you've just received. But anyways, if you would like to, or go ahead.
I will say I didn't realize I was asking for a 35,000 gold item. You know.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? I've been looking for something like that. I wonder if there's like a lesser thing, like amulet of obscure object. Or...
Yeah, part of the problem is I kind of shot myself in the foot by giving you guys that mission at the beginning that you weren't supposed to pull off, and it's just like, well, crap. Now they've got high level stuff that they've got to deal with, and I can't just give you out that high of items because it throws the balance off. But I'll figure out ways to make it all work. No, it's interesting though.
Someone in the chat.
Actually, I have third level now. I did get a level tonight.
Really?
You got over 5,000?
You're up to 5,000 XP?
Oh no, it's 31. I'm sorry. Never mind.
You started at 2,000.
Yeah, I messed up. I put 5 instead of 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how you jumped that far ahead.
Yeah.
But
Well, I do go off on my own a lot.
oh, you did do that.
Yeah.
That's true. Take an extra 200
Okay.
for surviving
really
that.
getting mugged.
For surviving. Yeah, I didn't expect that. I'm like, oh boy, he's gonna end up in the middle of a gang war. But anyways, if anybody would like to watch the VODs, they are on youtube.com/ProgstormRising, and I will be finishing up. Actually, tonight I'll finish posting the rest of all of our previous VODs for this group, and the other group. What was the night that we were looking at?
Sunday, I
night.
think.
Sunday night.
Just a short session, 2 hours.
Yeah, a short session with the other group, which is roll of the dice, up in ashes, and it's a bigger group. Everybody here is involved with that, and it's a lot of chaos. But they're in the middle of a dungeon that's been full of kobolds, and they're surviving. They're surviving. But yeah,
Alright.
we're coming to the end of that little adventure, so you can
far.
check us out Sunday night for that, and the VODs are going up again on YouTube for all that if you'd like to check out any of our old stuff. But thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time.